So, good evening, everybody, and I welcome you all to the EDU-P Hangout June webinar. I'm Blessing April, and I'm the founder of EDU-P Hangout platforms. Yes, so with me today is our dear presenter for this session, and permits me to quickly read out her bio. Ruth Ogboji is an English language teacher at Government Girls College, Kafin, Madaki in Bauchi State, Nigeria. She has over 15 years of teaching experience, and she is the founder of English Expression Club, a club targeted at uniting teachers and students, helping them to express themselves freely and to communicate their fears as far as the teaching of English language is concerned. She has co-founded Bliss Multipurpose Cooperative Association, where women are empowered with economic skills. She is a member and chapter welfare secretary of English Language Teachers Association of Nigeria, ELTEN, and also a member of the Africa ELTA. Ladies and gentlemen, I highly welcome our presenter for tonight, Ruth Ogboji, and I would like her to briefly say one or two things before we go into our business for tonight. Over to you, Ruth. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Blessing. I was almost wondering if I was the person. Thank you for doing justice to that bio. So good evening, everyone, and welcome. I hope today will be inspiring. I hope at the end of today, everybody here will leave with something tangible. Thanks for coming.
Thank you so very much. It's such an honor and a delight to have you here with us. Yes, talking about professional development for educators. And we're also looking at positioning ourselves for global opportunities through teacher associations and professional development programs. So we're going to be discussing in the slides tonight, and I'm very, very sure that our guest for tonight is ready to give us some insight from her own personal experiences about how teacher associations and how professional development programs has really been of help to her in the teaching profession. So we are ready to learn from you. So very quickly, Ruth, I would like to ask about what inspired you to become a teacher. And as a teacher that you are, how do you stay updated on the best practices in education?
Thank you very much. Would I call that inspiration? Because I never wanted to be a teacher. I struggled with that. You know, some people will just wake up and choose a profession, especially when they get to their decision-making age. They will tell you, I want to be this, I want to be that. And I was not exceptional. I was not an exceptional. I wanted to become something more. I was looking at teaching profession as the profession that don't have money, the profession that you just resort to when other professions fail. And you know, my father was a teacher. My father was a teacher. So I saw the struggle, I saw the effort, I saw the passion in his eyes, but I never saw the money coming. So, you know, these rich kid things and this flamboyant lifestyle, I wanted to live such lifestyles. I would go to school and make friends with all these, the children of all those people coming from different backgrounds, like engineers, medical doctors, and the rest. And I believe my father was just the poorest of them. Not until I went to university, you know, life has a way of pushing us towards directions we least expect. When it was time for me to gain admission into the university, I struggled. The more I struggled, the more I was denied other courses until education came knocking. My father now had to talk me into it. Yet, I was not passionate about the course. I just went to school because I wanted to be listed amongst those that went to university. And when I went to the university, I started having a rethink from the perspectives of lecturers that taught me. I had this particular lecturer, a female lecturer for that matter. She taught us creative writing. And the approaches she used in teaching.
On the board.
Please, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
we can hear you loud and clear. Please go on.
Okay, the approaches she used were so unique. She would come into the class, and after we must have read the whole handout, expecting him to ask questions from the handout, she would just come into the class and say, a writer can survive 21st century Nigeria, so discourse. So you see, I now started, I am somebody that likes critical thinking. I am somebody that wants to be creative. So when I saw that aspect, I discovered, okay, teaching is just standing before students and using your marker and whatever. You can do more. I started developing interest, and later on, I got the passion and the desire began to come. I became passionate, and I am also somebody that have desire to make a difference wherever I am. And I discovered that the only place I could have such platform is for me to become a teacher. I can make differences in the life of my learners, my trainees. I can be that difference they seek. I can, as in, inculcate knowledge into them while passing the subtle message of a better society. And also, I also like, I have a passion for learning. Even while teaching, I want to learn. And the only way I could learn more is to be in an environment where learning and teaching is encouraged. Also, for fulfillment through mentorship. Those were the things that got me going. Then the second question says, how do I stay updated? How do I stay updated with my practices in education, right?
Yeah, yes.
I develop myself through continuous learning, professional development programs. You cannot just stay in a particular place and think that you can catch up with the world. The world is moving. We're in a global world, the world that is revolving. So you have to stay on top of your practices. So I develop myself through professional learning. I enroll in workshops that will benefit me as a teacher, in seminars, in educational conferences. Whenever I hear that there are conferences going on that will benefit me as a teacher, I try to enroll. And through those conferences, I get to meet educators and learn new things, new practices, new tools that will help me teach very well. I join different associations, especially teaching associations like ELTAN. ELTAN is an association for English language teachers in Nigeria. I joined them, and they have been helping me. They have been helping me. So
yeah, thank you. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. Yeah, we've learned a lot. And just like you've said, so many teachers today, if you really ask about how they got into the teaching professions, so many never ever thought that they're going to become a teacher, you know. But here we are. And what I really love about all that you've said, now that you found yourself in the teaching profession, you keep yourself updated, you know, having professional development courses, learning, updating yourself, and all of that. And that takes me to the very next question I would like you to answer tonight. Can you share with us an experience where a professional development program helps you to overcome a teaching challenge? Maybe there was an area you were struggling with maybe in your early stage of your teaching career, or even maybe at a later stage, then you had to enroll for a professional development program, or maybe through your teacher association, you were able to get something that helped you scale through that difficulty. Kindly share with us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Blessing. This question is one question I hold in high esteem. As in, what I want to share is a principle I hold in high esteem, and I appreciate this question. It was not the early stage of my teaching. Almost throughout my teaching period until I attended ELTAN conference 2019, I was struggling with my classroom. And the major problem I had, you know, when the school counts on you so much and they say, okay, go and take senior secondary classes, and you are there just struggling within yourself, you know, there are so many problems with your classroom, but you don't know how to go about them. You understand? So I had the problem I was facing at that particular period. Hello, are we together? Can anyone hear me?
Clear. Yes, loud and clear. Please go ahead.
The problem I was facing in my classroom then was the problem of using of pidgin English by senior secondary students. Now, the approach I was using for this problem all this while was not yielding results. And that was because I was using the wrong approaches for the problem. I felt when I discipline them, I felt when I give them punishment, they will just stop using pidgin English. But I failed to understand that this is the language they have used to communicate from their homes before coming to school. This is the language that helped them in making clearer ways for expression of opinion. I just wanted it to stop. And I will call them, I will flog them, I will tell them to fetch water, even when they say corporal punishment is not accepted. I just wanted it to stop, and it was not working. It was not working. They were just giving me names within the classroom. 2019, I attended Africa ELTAN conference, I attended ELTAN conference, that's English Language Teachers of Nigeria in Abuja. While I was in that conference, I think it was in collaboration with Africa Sudan, now Africa ELTAN.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the program, I was still nursing this heaviness, this burden of me returning to that same classroom. And as if the organizers and our mentors saw through me, and there was a question, would you want to carry out a research on your classrooms? How many of you want to? And so many of us, you know, teachers who want to be everywhere. We just indicated interest, we wrote down our names, and we didn't know that it was going to be difficult. It was stressful, but at the end, it benefited each and every one of us that did it to the very end. When we submitted our topics, my topic was obvious, the use of pidgin English by senior secondary school students, and I was assigned a mentor, an awesome mentor. He would work with me even at odd hours to resolve that problem. So I was asked to carry out a research on my classroom. I printed questionnaires, which I distributed to students. So it was bad, but I was wrong. At the end, what I did was to help them bridge the gap and know where to use pidgin English and where not to use pidgin English, when to use it and when not to use it. So at the end, when it came to that point, everybody now knew, okay, if I'm doing this kind of writing, I am not supposed to use pidgin English. Some, in the findings, I discovered that some felt it helped them to express if they are with their peers more. And okay, if you can use it when discussing informally with your peers, but not in formal writings. So with me, it has brought a great transformation to my classroom setting. Not just my classroom. People are coming to ask me questions of what I've done in my classroom and how I was able to get such results. And I believe it was because of that professional development program I attended, because conferences are part of professional development programs, seminars, workshops, even the research itself is part of professional development program, even mentorship. Like I was assigned a wonderful mentor. It was part of professional development program. And beyond my own mentor, every other mentors, every other people working on that project were willing to support each and every one of us to get a solution for what is affecting our classroom. Thank you.
Wow, awesome, awesome, awesome. So we can see the inexhaustible benefits of professional development programs and even the importance of mentorship. Thank you so very much for sharing your personal experience with us. And I'm sure that a lot of us have benefited. Now, my concern is this. We have a number of teachers. Okay, for example, looking at Nigeria, taking Nigeria as a case study here, we still have so many educators who do not even maybe realize that there are anything called professional associations. For example, you talked about ELTAN. Some do not even know about these associations. And some are aware, but they feel it's another burden. Some feel, what's the need of joining this association? What are the benefits? How is it going to make my career better? Some will even ask you, is it going to make my salary go higher? You know, so people have, you know, different questions to ask and are skeptical about these things. So from your experience, I want you to share with us how these teacher associations have been of benefit to you, even outside your classroom context, looking at global perspective now, looking at global opportunities. How has teacher associations been of benefit to you? And I would like you to mention those associations that that you have joined and have helped you in this direction. So please, can you just say something about that? Thank you.
Okay, I would like to talk about how teacher associations have supported me and can support teachers, other teachers in assessing some opportunities or benefits, especially global.
Yes.
So before I give a list of the different associations I am part of or I'm a member, I would like to talk about that. Number one, it helps in information dissemination. It has benefited me to get different kinds of information. There are some information that will not get to you as an individual. It will come through you through your association. So when you are part of an association, especially an information that has to do with places that are not the place you are, with global issues, information that has to do with global issues, you see that you can get benefits to information dissemination. Also, you get networking benefits or opportunity. You connect with educators, institutions worldwide. You connect with people that knows what you're struggling with more. Maybe when you go for conferences, maybe through seminars, maybe when you attend workshops, you network. So the Teachers Association has helped me to network with people and has helped me grow through that aspect. Even through international conferences, you see yourself, you go, you attend conferences, you learn things that is happening in another part of the world. And you discover that some problems you've been struggling with are not just peculiar to your, as into your environment. People suffer things. You will even hear some situation that will even help you to sit up and thank God that your own is far better. So also, it has offered me, professional development programs and associations have offered me the opportunity to connect with mentors I cannot just stay in my room as a teacher and say somebody will come and knock on my door and say, okay, I want to mentor you. Through association, you get opportunity to connect with mentors. And also it has benefited me like funding opportunities. You understand? It has created funding opportunity for myself and for teachers that I know.
Sorry, Ruth, your mic, I mistakenly muted your mic. Please unmute your mic. And I think your network was fluctuating a bit. So you can just say the last sentence. Yes, I can hear you. But maybe if you can, yeah, I'm thinking if you can turn off your video, it's possible that the audio quality might become better.
Okay.
Let's try it first. Okay.
So I was talking about funding opportunities.
Beautiful, beautiful. Please go ahead.
All right. I was talking about funding opportunities for myself and for teachers that I know. There are some conferences you may wish to attend, maybe local or international conferences. And as a teacher and knowing what we earn, we cannot sponsor ourselves. But this association can assist you knowing fully well what you're going to benefit and how it will be of benefit to others when you come back. They will put their hands together and see how to fund that conference to help you to attend it. And also, it will help you to connect, like I was talking about mentorship. You cannot just stay in your room and somebody will come and knock and say, please, hello, open the door, I want to mentor you. Like I gained access to my mentor through that professional development program that I attended through my association, ELTAN. So when you work within an association, you have so many benefits to explore. Also, it helps teachers to advocate for better jobs opportunity, for better earnings. When a teacher is being maltreated or a teacher is due for something and the association can come together and write to the specific channels they need to write to help the teacher. So there are so many ways that Teachers Association has helped me and can help other teachers. And also, I will recommend some Teachers Association or professional development program that I have benefited from. I am a member of, like Teachers Association, we have ELTAN. As an English language teacher, I belong to ELTAN. Other teachers in this room might have their own associations. Like home economics teacher, you see they have HETAN and the rest, but me in Nigeria, my local association is ELTAN, English Language Teachers of Nigeria, Association of Nigeria. And also it extends to Africa ELTA, English Language Teachers of Africa, Teachers Association of Africa. So that is another association I belong. Also TISO, Teachers of English to Speakers of Other Languages. It's another association I belong. IETF, also International Association of Teachers of English as a foreign language. It's another association I belong. We have some professional development programs that I've really benefited from, like ELTAN national conferences. We'll have a conference coming up shortly. It's a yearly conference that teachers and educators come together to learn and to teach. You come, you interact with people, you learn new tricks about classroom development and how you can stay on top of your program. And also the one you come with, we appreciate when you teach others. So the conference is coming up shortly, and the flyers and the information will be well disseminated. Also, we have workshops, we have like monthly or maybe quarterly workshop. We have webinars, we have seminars that I have benefited from, and I believe that any teacher that is part of this will benefit from it. Also, we have a professional development program like British Council English Connect in-person workshop. British Council English Connect in-person workshop is a program that I have really benefited from. You have people that are coming with their web of knowledge to come and teach. And all you do is to come, listen, contribute, ask questions, and you learn more tricks. We also have Africa ETA TISO leadership. There's this Africa ETA TISO leadership workshop that I just attended. That was one transformational stage in my life. So by the time you see yourself attending conferences, professional development programs like that, sincerely, it will help you so much as a teacher because it has helped me a long way.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ruth, for that. Thank you so much. And you just mentioned now about Africa ELTA TISO leadership program that you just attend. It's like your most recent professional development program. Can you please tell us more about that program? Tell us about the conference, or tell us about something that you benefited from that program, looking at it from the global perspective as well. Thank you.
Yeah, one thing I learned new from the program was the fact that I once saw association. I once saw every association as a place where those that are serious should be carried along, and those that are not serious, you leave them at one corner. But this leadership training, we started with our online models, which covers every aspect of leadership. It covers every aspect of leadership, from advocacy to leading from the engine room, how you can be a leader without coming to the forefront. You can be that leader that is making things happen without people seeing you at the forefront always. One problem we have in leadership is the problem of everybody, oh, I'm doing it, they will have to see me always, so that they will praise me, the accolades will have to be coming and everything. But when you are doing that, you are not grooming other people to have a sustainable, as in this chain of transition. So I've learned that through that kind of programs, through that leadership program we had, I learned that you can help people grow without being noticed. You can be that power force in the engine room that is making things happen. I also learned that my gender as a woman has nothing to do with my contribution in leadership. Before, I was thinking, Kai, how can I balance my place as not just a woman, a mother, a married woman with my heavy workload in school, then come and join it with. But through that program, I learned that you can actually work at your pace and create a work schedule that will balance everything, striking a place of balance between your work and your activities as a leader. So the model was started with online models. Then later, there were stories from different people, from different scholars that helped me a lot. Some people talked about their problems, the problems they face with upcoming leaders or within their association, whereby people will just come and talk to you and you will just feel like, I am the boss here. Why should you talk to me anyhow? Well, when you think about it, the association belongs to the people and the people are the association. You are leading that association because they want you to lead. So what will you do differently? Is to make them key into the vision of their association. First, you communicate the vision of the association to every member of the association. Then you key into the vision of the association. Then you move. But in the case whereby you have people who want to drag you down, some people don't want to move. And when you are moving, they want to drag you back. Maybe you give a specific, you give a specific task to somebody to achieve, and the person will just, I beg ma, I cannot do this now. I will do it at my time. And that time is not favorable with what the association needs. You look within the association, maybe somebody that you are looking on that this person cannot help. That person will be the person that will carry out the task. And also, I was meant to understand that in every association, it is not just the main people that lead, but we have volunteers. You can be volunteering in maybe one aspect that you feel this one needs help. This one needs assistance. You can just step in and be that change that you seek. So the program benefited me a lot. And talking about that program, I don't think we will leave here today.
Yes, I strongly agree with you, Ruth. Yeah, talking about that program, I don't think we will leave it today because fortunately I was part of that program. And that is where I got to meet Ruth for the very first time. And she's here with me today. So it's part of the benefits of joining teachers associations and partaking in professional development programs, because I got to meet with Ruth for the very first time through that Africa Elta TESOL leadership program that she just talked about. Now, Ruth, when you were talking, you mentioned something about having a busy schedule, especially as a mom, a parent, and all of that, and even having some other businesses that you do apart from the teaching career. I know that you are one gifted person. You know, you are a teacher, you are an entrepreneur on your own, and you have a lot of things that you do, but you are still able to manage your profession and your career. You know, I really admire that about you. And time would not permit me to go into all those details. That might actually be for another webinar. Now, my question is this. We talked about conferences, teachers attending conferences. Now, I know that attending conferences most times is not very cheap. Like you mentioned about Africa Elta, Eltan, and I'm aware that Africa Elta just had the 8th International Conference in Cairo. Now, so many teachers aspired to be at that conference, but unfortunately, because of funding, because of budgets, it was not in their budget for the year, they weren't able to attend this conference. Now, Ruth, from what you have said, as a participant of that international conference, can you let us know how you were able to fund yourself there? Were you able to fund yourself there, or did you have any benefits through your teacher association or a professional development program? How were you able to participate in the Africa Elta International Conference in Cairo? Thank you.
If I had funded myself, yeah, maybe by now we would have been looking for my account balance to my account details to close my account. Yeah. Like I told you earlier, we teachers, you know, people say teachers' reward is in heaven. But some of us, we've started benefiting our rewards from here. Like it was full sponsorship. It was full sponsorship from TESOL and Africa Elta. We were selected as leaders from different associations. And like I told you, we started our online program by having some online modules and courses that we took. Then after the online modules, we submitted our SWOT analysis, and we were to meet in Cairo for the face-to-face program. It was sponsored by TESOL. I didn't sponsor anything. In fact, I didn't buy a spoon of food myself. And TESOL got to know me because I am a member of Elta Nigeria. So the professional development program I attended, I gained because I was part of my local association. And that is why I will use this opportunity to speak to every teacher in the house. Opportunities will not look for you to your bedroom. You have to belong to a body. You have to belong to a body. Let that opportunity meet with your preparation. Keep preparing. One day, you will be noticed. At a point, after my research program in 2019, 2020, there was COVID, so we did online symposium. 2021, at a point, I was becoming tired. I wanted to back out. But when this program came, and when I came back, there is this phrase I always tell people, that I'm a transformed mind. I would just say somebody, I would say transformed mind, transformed life. I wouldn't have been transformed that much if not for this leadership conference. It revived my passion. It made me understand that there are so many benefits that lies in wait just for me to take a step. And that step is for around you. Association is the glue that holds everyone together. So I didn't sponsor myself, blessing. I wouldn't have been able to sponsor myself as at that time. But now I'm ready to sponsor myself for further conferences.
Yes, thank you so very much for sharing your experiences with us. Yeah, so I don't know if anybody watching us has one or two things to contribute or a question to ask. I can still take one or two before we end the session for today. So you can just raise your hand and I will let you do that. Okay, any contributor? Is anybody asking a question? Okay. All right, Left TV, yes, you can unmute your mic. Yes, and please go ahead.
Blessing, I would like to, my name is Gabudu Sakuru from Left TV, the language media. And I was lucky to be part of this leadership program. First as a teacher, and then a teacher association, and also as a media. That's where I got to know everybody. I'm coming here as a media to ask Ruth how she's actually planning to, I don't know if she has planned any cascading activity, because yes, it's good to share all this, but is there any cascading or practical activities on the ground that she plans to share with her fellow teachers and in her region or her school? So that's what I want to know. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very so much.
Yes, definitely I plan to cascade the knowledge gathered from the conference. We have designed some sessions for workshops, some workshop sessions that will be coming up. Also, we have designed a platform. We're starting from the WhatsApp platform because WhatsApp is very easy to access. And the teachers in my school, the National Association itself is having a plan to cascade this knowledge. I think from July. From July, we are setting plans in place. And also me as an individual, I'm planning on starting a WhatsApp program. From WhatsApp, we'll take it to different social media platforms like Facebook and the rest. And this program is targeted on making people that don't have self-confidence, that feel they cannot lead, that are just lying low within an association, to see themselves as instruments of change within that association. So we are going to start the program very soon, and definitely I'll communicate to you when we start the program.
Very good. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Thank you so much. Yes,
You're
thank you. I believe that Ruth has answered that. Yeah, because the question Gav asked was really very important, because it's not enough for us to attend all the conferences and professional development programs, and there is no implementation plan. So there must always be an implementation plan. And that is one thing I'm so grateful for. I'm so thankful to the team, Africa Alta and CISOL, the leadership program they put together, not just to train and teach us, but to also encourage an implementation plan, which they have followed through. And, you know, they are still working very closely with various leaders of several leaders, teachers associations across Africa to ensure that these action plans are implemented in due time. That's very, very important. Thank you so much for that. Okay, I see Catherine. Catherine's hand is up. You can unmute your mic and ask a question. Catherine, if you're still ready to ask your question, you can do that now.
Okay. Hello?
Hi.
Hello, Catherine.
Do you hear me?
Hi, yes, we can hear you
Do
loud
you hear
and
me,
clear.
Blessing?
Yes, good evening,
Okay,
Catherine.
thank you very much. Thank you so much for the presentation. My question is, Ruth, how can educators be in position to identify in case they have a choice? I mean, someone has a chance to attend, like, you have 5 opportunities for professional development events, and then you have to choose one. Could you please take us through what could be the criteria that could guide the educator to identify which is the best opportunity for themselves? Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much. There are so many criteria that you can use to identify people that are qualified for such opportunities. In every association, when you look closely, you discover that there are different categories of people. There are people that are ready to work, but they are not given the opportunity. There are some people that you will tell them, do this particular task, but the task will lie low for so long. But there are these other people that they are not even ESCOs of the association, but they are willing to work. They are just waiting for you to call them to work. And when you entrust a little task into their hands, you see them carrying it out with utmost professionalism. So when that kind of opportunity comes, for me as a person, I look through my association. I look through my association and I look for those that are willing to key into the vision that I've set before them as a leader. I don't just pick based on sentiments. I look through my association and I pick out those that have worked over time, those that are willing to align with the mission and the vision of the association. Also, we have others that want to lead, but they don't want to come out and lead. They just want to lead anonymously. When such opportunity comes, I select those that want to lead, because in so doing, they'll go back to impact other people. They'll go back to impact other people. There might be other criteria, but for me, this is the main way I will select mine.
Yes, thank you very much, Ruth. You have done justice to this. And I apologize that we can't take more questions and we can't go further than this. Yes, and I would like to let you know that this session is being recorded. I will be sending the recording through our various platforms. I'll be sharing the recording on YouTube. And Ruth is on the EDU-P Hangout platform. I would also like you to reach out to me. Most of you have my contact on the platform. If you want to join that platform, you can reach out to me. I'll send you the link to join so we can continue our discussion on that platform. And the recording will be sent to you very, very shortly. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry, Mustafa, and I can't take your question today. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you next month in our next webinar. Thank you, and bye. Have a great week ahead. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ruth. It's been a wonderful
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Yes, to have you. Thank you so much for loving us. Thank you. Bye, everybody. Thank you.